I'm sold, man. I mean, I totally get it, and I'll support you in your device and your endeavors, and flight schools, hands down, should be investing in a set of these.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
All right, we got something new and fresh for you today. Something that can help you live to fly another day. Super important device here for helicopter training to help keep yourself alive. Help you learn what to do in the event you fly into the clouds when you weren't intending to. You got to be prepared, and you got to figure out a way that you're going to be able to save your own life. And right here is a wonderful tool to do it. This is Nick with Icarus Devices, and we invited him to the Hogs hangar. I want to put in real quick how we met this year at Heli Expo. I'm just walking down the aisle, and there's quite a few people that I wanted to talk to, but I didn't always kind of maybe just hesitated, didn't want to go up, and didn't want to, just my own self-confidence, right? And Nick just coming out there and grabbed me as me and Gloria, my daughter, were walking down the aisle, and just coming out there and grabbed me and brought me over to show me his device. And so for those entrepreneurs out there, be like Nick, right? Have the initiative to just jump in there and freaking go for it, because that's why he's here today. And I'm going to help him promote his product that I believe in. Non-paid advertisement here. It's not an advertisement. It's this great product. I know you had something you want to say.
Yeah, Kenny, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I recognized Kenny, and I was like, you know what? I want to go talk to him. So he was more than gracious to come over, and let me show you what we're doing here with the Icarus device, which stands for the Instrument Conditions Awareness Recognition Understanding System. It's a smart view limiting device, and we're out here to get people better inadvertent IMC and IFR training.
Perfect. So you told us what it is. Who uses this product?
So we've been selling them mostly to law enforcement operations, EMS, like the Austin Police Department, Metro Aviation, which is a huge EMS company. State Department flies with them all over the world. We just sold a device that'll be used to train pilots in Antarctica, and the military, the Army, is our best customer right now.
If I can encourage anybody that's interested in this product, we'll have his website down below. It will be IcarusDevices.com.
Yes, sir.
And we'll mention it a couple more times, and that will be below the video. So if you want to go find out more than what you see here today, IcarusDevices.com, and he said everything's there. Contact, everything you need to know is there. And of course, he's on social media as well, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, correct?
Yes, sir.
What about flight schools? How many flight schools are using it?
We've done pretty well with helicopter flight schools. So UND is using it, Embry-Riddle, SUU, a lot of the big ones, and then quite a few of the higher end type of training in the sense of like turbines and stuff like that. So partners with the Helicopter Institute. There's a ton of flight schools and also independent instructors who use the Icarus device.
Nice. I was impressed. I think for the price, what it can do, I think for a flight school, it's a no-brainer. I think it's something that should be well within their budget if they have, currents coming and going and they're doing instrument training. Well, not even just instrument training. This can, a student pilot needs a little bit of that, what to do if things go really bad. So it's not just for instrument training. It's really good for anybody that's in the cockpit manning a helicopter. It's going to be something that can help you prepare for the worst that could happen to you if you made the wrong decision, you didn't judge things correctly, and you ended up popping into the clouds.
It's been about a decade of working on it, and as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So I had a really bad experience with poor instrument hoods, and we almost hit a bird. I was on an IFR training hop, and it was not a fun experience, and I was walking away from the helicopter that day, and about 10 years ago, the Boeing 787 was coming out, and it has electrochromatic windows in the back seats. There's no visor, it's just a dial, and I thought, well, if Boeing can figure out how to put it in there and make it weight and cost effective, why are we still training with pieces of paper? Ended up selling my car to get a patent, and starting off by making the first ones in the garage, and then I upgraded to making them in the basement, and played around with this film. The smart glass PDLC technology has been around for about 20 years, and you see it in conference rooms and sometimes in fancy hotels. In Japan, they use it in bathrooms for whatever reason. But anyway, so I got some of that film and just started prototyping it. And if you look at my really old stuff, hopefully if you can't find it, but
Yeah.
you know, it didn't always look like this, and
Right.
we've been on sale for about 3 years, and you know, just been bootstrapping it, and
Selling your car to move the business forward.
yeah,
Been there, done that.
yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and I just got a brand new set of goggles. I'm gonna go grab them.
Okay.
So we're here with this device that we're gonna talk more about. I just ordered a set of these, okay, because we have some 3 commercial guys coming up. And in the PTS that will soon, is now the ACS, you need a view limiting device for the check ride. So for those of you that don't know and you're new to this whole flying thing, so this is what we've been using for decades. You put this thing on, so like me, I wear glasses, so first problem, I have glasses and then I have to have those. So then I'm trying to put these things over top of my glasses, okay? How does that feel and how does that look? So, and then I've got, you know, I have bifocals, right? So, or trifocals. So I use different areas of my glasses to look at the instrument panel. So now you're gonna make me put these on, and I'm gonna get in the aircraft, you know, or actually we're out flying, we're doing instrument training. Here, put the foggles on. So you're jacking around in the aircraft and you're putting these stupid things on, and then here I am flying helicopter going, you know, and you're trying to keep your head down, but look here, and you're trying to get the right parts of your glasses. I think that's going to help show the value of what you're going to show us here shortly.
Obviously, I can't compete on price with these are just 10-cent from China safety glasses, and they've got the really thick temples, so when you put your headset on, it hurts, and you start getting, you know, an hour into it, and it's your head's throbbing, and you're not getting good training. The cutout is just for a, you know, standard for an aircraft panel, which is very different than your R44. That's something at Icarus that we do. We tailor the visor's cutout to the panel. So this one's for an R44, and you can see this is about the smallest that we'll do, and it's slightly off center because we fly helicopters from the right seat. So the instrument panel is slightly to your left. And we're all after, you know, our big goal is to give you the best training possible, and you're not going to get those visual cues in a cloud. You shouldn't get them in training.
Well, what came to mind as you were talking about that and us bringing these up, I'm not a guy I don't get a lot of headaches, but I can tell you some of the worst headaches I had in my life were during my instrument training, you know, getting ready for my instrument check ride, wearing these stupid things, and trying to fly and do all the procedures and everything I needed to know to fly proficiently, gave me this incredible freaking headache. Yeah. And I hated the instrument rating for that. It was the hardest rating for me. It was difficult, gave me headaches. I can already see, I haven't even attempted to wear that, but I can already tell, hey, at least I can wear my glasses and I don't have this. Oh my God, the benefits obvious already.
And the device, the frame is made of carbon fiber, and you want to make everything in aviation light. And a big part of that is, I mean, there's a safety aspect to it, there's a comfort aspect to it, but when it comes to training, I can get it so light that I can get you to forget that you're wearing it. So 3 basic components of the Icarus device. You've got the visor, the power control unit, and the app. So with the visor, which will go on your head, you can come here and your instructor can use the app.
Well, let's do it.
For doing a like an inadvertent IMC scenario, I can give you a drop down, and this is a 7-second transition.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's authentic.
That's another thing about instrument approach training is you're doing an instrument approach because the weather is bad. So the visibility is probably not 10 miles clear in a million underneath the clouds. A lot of times you're going to break out and it'll be like 4 miles, which if you don't fly around in 4 miles a lot, you'll realize 4 miles isn't that great of visibility. So you're going to have to hunt for the airport a little bit more. So I really want to give people a chance to replicate that. In the EMS industry, people do point and space approaches to, you know, the top of a helicopter pad. So that's one of the reasons why it's so popular, especially with the IFR programs, is that they can simulate that they're breaking out into marginal conditions and you've got to hunt for that airport. Sure, so the app is very simple. It has 2 pages. So on the settings page, you know, we've obviously paired already. We can set a transition time, so we can go all the way up or down to maybe an instant transition. It'll log the time, and then we can adjust our settings. So go back to the regular settings. Now, over here on the Icarus page, if we go VMC safety, there we go.
And boom, clear.
Boom, it's clear, instantly clear. And then if I go down through the visibility levels, it'll now transition.
That transitioned very quickly.
That's what I like, that fact of it, man. The fact that you can keep that in the flight scenario and you're able to change and go in and out for the, that's.
And honestly, there's never a reason for me to take this off in flight.
Correct, yeah. So we can do kind of wall to wall. You're not breaking the scenario for, hey,
immersion.
put the foggles on, take the foggles off. You can, for instrument training, you know, at 400 feet, you know, what are you going to get on an instrument plane? You're going to start getting that first turn probably. So, you know, you're in that turn and boom, I put you in and now we're on instruments. So it's really a tool designed to give that instructor the capability to make the scenario however they want to accomplish their objectives for the day.
You know, you just opened my eyes to the reality of, again, training with foggles. Thank you for opening my eyes. Thank you for opening my eyes. You know, never once have I been climbing out in a helicopter at 400 feet and instantly gone IMC because we don't do that with foggles.
You can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
At least not with me on the controls.
Yeah.
You know? So we spent a lot of time yesterday bashing iPads and how they can overheat and fail, and I've talked about my own failures and how TPEs have failed my iPad for me. And I think the value of this is you've thought that through a little bit, and let's just say you didn't get it charged last night. The battery dies. It overheated. I don't know if it even can overheat. Can it overheat?
It won't overheat. If the battery dies, it'll just won't go perfectly clear. You'll have warnings and there's a battery indicator on it.
So I just want to show the power failure. We're just going to disconnect it visibly right there. And there you go. For whatever reason, my battery doesn't work and I'm already in the air and I can still go flying a train today.
Yeah.
Old school Foggle style.
Yeah. Well, you know, ground demos are okay, but the best demos are flying actually.
Well, since I get to be the instructor this week, how about we grab Kenny and we go fly the R-44 and put this thing through its paces.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, boys, I'm flying. You call out what you want me to do.
All right, well, let's give ourselves a little extra altitude today for this. Let's give ourselves at least 1,800. And if you're ready, we'll start.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so we're just going to start skirting through the clouds in 3, 2, 1. So, focus on your scan.
That's kind of cool. I mean, seriously, like that's how you would start, as it would start happening to you.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's not an on-off switch.
Because the times I've been there, I've done this, I've been there popping through this crap, and I've done it at night, and you're going, oh shit, now what do I do? And I'll already tell you, I prefer this 100% over freaking foggles.
Yeah.
Screw that shit.
All right. So I'm going to fade you into 1 mile visibility in 3, 2, 1. Should gradually fade in. How's that looking to you? Think you got a mile viz?
I think that's it's over a mile.
Yeah.
You got that white building up there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, so yeah, that's probably
I can see the horizon right now.
Okay. So, want to bring it down a little. Oh yeah.
Now you're getting it to come down.
You don't have the horizon now.
No horizon.
All right. So what about that white building on the nose?
Nope.
Okay. So.
Nope. All I can see now is the instruments.
Keep flying this heading. Watch your VSI. And watch your trim. And maintain this heading best you can. Kind of hard. You gotta The only thing you got to maintain your heading is a turn coordinator.
I'm pretty damn happy with what I'm doing at this point.
Honestly, I didn't think about the heading until just now with this helicopter. So this is a good training opportunity. You got a straight up VFR helicopter, and you don't have a directional gyro to help right now.
Right. So remember that. You start giving me headings, I can't see any.
Well, you got a compass, but we all know that sucks.
Well, if I do that, then I'm cheating. I can see outside.
Okay. You got that white building on the nose yet? You are climbing quite a bit too, which would be okay in real IMC.
I can see a couple of white buildings now.
See the tall one? It's like a farm thing. I don't know what they're called.
I can't tell you. There's two big white buildings up ahead. I can't tell you. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Okay. Getting pretty slow, Kenny. Which is a real reaction to flying in these conditions.
I'm almost back to my 2000. I'm a 65. I was trying for 70, so,
All right.
I can't see. At least I'm doing this.
Well,
that's the way I look at it.
The bad news is the weather's not getting any better this direction, and now I'm reducing your visibility to half mile. Considering the instruments you have available and the conditions I'm presenting you with, you're doing a good job. You're a little out of trim. You caught the climb before.
Who gives a shit? I can't see. I got 2,000. I got 2,000 feet, 70, and 0 rate of descent. I give a shit about trim right now. I got the aircraft under control. I could care less.
I haven't had to take the controls. That's a positive.
I'm freaking happy with what I'm doing.
Do you see that big tall building? 11 o'clock, 11:30, just a little.
The one at my feet, but not. I can't see through the. I can't see through the.
It's not at your feet.
Visor.
Yet, so
no, I can't see it.
Can't see a thing.
No.
Have you had enough? Do you want me to bring you out?
I mean, if we want to turn direction, since we're going to end up, we'll end up at Michigan soon.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead and give me a left standard turn, and starting now, we'll go to 16 minutes on the timer. I'll call the timer for you.
So you want me to go now?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and I'm going to bring you out, Kenny.
Okay.
One of the reasons I initially developed it was so that you could quickly clear it specifically to find traffic.
All right, so my review of the product, I like it, right? It's standing in the hangar today talking about this, I could already see the benefit, you know. All I've ever used is foggles. Even in professional EMS environment, we were still jamming foggles up underneath our helmets.
Yeah.
This, I get how you set it up for the R44. This is perfect for this particular R44 is perfect. I mean, the size fits the panel perfectly. I'm able to see what I need to see, you know, for doing it in an aircraft where we don't have a directional gyro, we don't have an
You're not going to do instrument training or...
Yeah, for what we have to work with for our VFR aircraft, in this little bit of flight that we did, just kind of messing around, I get it. Because we can do those scenarios where the instructor's making the different changes through the screen, and especially when we first started, when it was like popping me in and out, that was realistic. That's something that you'll never, ever, ever get with a goggle. And I like how it is perfect for this instrument panel. It's set perfectly. So I can firsthand tell you, first time out,
Jetshare 702, Cessna citation, clearing runway.
This is what people need to be using. And for the money, I can't see any flight school going, well, let's just use a $20 piece of, you know,
garbage.
Let's invest in the money and let's get the Icarus device and get out there and give somebody that's a much more real world scenario. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I love it. Appreciate it, Kenny.
I'm serious, man. I'm going to help you promote this thing because this is a freaking, with the kind of money that you spend on aircraft and everything that we do, the money for your equipment, it's totally reasonable.
I get what you're saying.
Totally reasonable.
But let's not forget the money of the value of your life.
Yeah.
This might one day save your life.
If you find yourself in that situation, do you want to be like, oh man, I really love that I saved? You know, I went with the cheap option.
If we end up in your story with our 10-year-old son next to us in inadvertent IMC, we don't want to be wishing we'd spent money on inadvertent IMC training.
Yeah.
No, you know, I don't do much. Everything I've done, this could probably be part of the video. Everything I've done for going on 13 years, I've never been paid to, you know, promote anybody's anything, right?
Yeah.
And I don't If I show a product or a service, it's only because I believe in it. And I believed in the idea, as we stated at the beginning of the video, when you presented it to me at Heli Expo. And now that you've come and demonstrated it to me, and I've got to get in here and actually use it, I'm sold, man. I mean, I totally get it. And I'll support you in your device and your endeavors, and flight schools, hands down, should be investing in a set of these.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. Live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com.
Here, I can get a better angle on it. I'll press it and you can narrate it.
When you feel the pressure to fly, but know the right decision is to stay on the ground, hit the hogs no-go and live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com